Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a get ready with me using subscriber requests. So I've been getting a few requests to use certain products on camera. So I finally picked up the NARS light reflecting foundation. I had so many people asking me about this recently, and I think it might be because Andrea Ali did a fantastic video upon which she was saying how she loved this a bit more than Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. So I did go and pick this up. So we're going to be using this today on my skin. I also had a request to use the Clé de Peau Baby Universe on my eyes, so we're going to be doing that as well. I'm also using a few other products that people had requested that I use on camera, see how they work on more mature skin. So basically we're going to have a little fun playing with makeup, and I always love to hear from you. Send in those requests, and I'm always happy to play with makeup, especially if you're somebody who has more dry, mature skin and you're wanting to see how it looks on somebody who may be a wee bit older. Always happy to do so. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look playing with subscriber requests, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm so excited to play with some makeup today, and this is going to be subscriber requests. So I've had people asking me about my thoughts on the NARS. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation, and I had never picked this up. I do like NARS. I used to love it back in the day, but for some reason I passed over this. But I've been getting a lot of questions about this one, and I am thinking it is probably because Andrea Ali loves this foundation, and I just saw her do a video using it. So I did go out and pick it up, and I'm in the shade Valaris. That's what I usually wear in NARS foundation. So we're going to give this a try, and I have to be honest, I'm not quite sure why I haven't tried this foundation, because you guys know I love a good glowy foundation. And this is definitely a serum-y, kind of thinner foundation, so I already like the texture of it. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on my skin. We'll hope the color is a good match. And I do already like the thin consistency of this foundation. So the NARS Light Reflecting Advanced Skin Care Foundation is going to give you a natural finish. It's good for dullness, uneven texture. It's going to provide you with medium coverage, and it is going to be good for dark spots and redness. It's a skincare hybrid foundation that's going to blur and smooth while visibly improving skin's clarity over time. And there are 36 shades to pick from, and I'm wearing the color Valaris. That is going to be considered medium with cool undertones. This finish here, can you guys see? It's nice and glowy, and I feel like I look really tired this morning. So let's put some makeup on. That can always help liven up the complexion here. But I have to say, the way that it is just sort of gliding on my skin, and the finish is just so pretty. Like, it's very glowy, and I have a feeling it's gonna set down really nicely. So, okay, that was just one pump, and I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm liking the look of this, and it feels fantastic, and it also feels very hydrating on the skin. So you guys know I love a good glowy foundation. Speaking of which, I did pick up the new Clay de Peau Radiant Cushion that just launched, and that should be showing up tomorrow. That was one that I had tried in the past, and it was literally like too dewy on my skin, which is rare since I have dry, mature skin. But I was already getting questions about that foundation, so yep, that will come up next. But I'm kind of laughing at myself, wondering why I haven't picked up this foundation, because so far I am loving this beautiful glow that I am getting on the skin. Now I went ahead and pulled out my NARS concealer here. I've always loved this one. It is a little bit more full coverage, and I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of just put a little bit of this underneath my eyes in that dark little area here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit here, and I'm in the shade Vanilla as far as the concealer. So I've always been put in Valaris and then Vanilla as far as the concealer. And I was matched by one of their NARS artists. They had come to town, so I'm pretty sure they did a pretty good match. So I'm pretty sure that they did the correct matches on me. I'm gonna go use the warmth of my finger here and pat that underneath the eyes. Okay, I'm actually really loving this foundation. I'm sometimes a late bloomer, or honestly, sometimes so many things are launching at once that I kind of pick a few just to try. So thank you for the nudge, because I'm actually really loving this finish. And honestly, Andrea Ali makes everything looks so beautiful. I'm always entranced by her lipstick videos, and I'm laughing. I'm like, well, Abby, she has big juicy lips. I have very thin lips, but I just think she is so talented, and it would be a dream come true to like go to Paris and get my makeup done from her. I'll put that on my goals list. Okay, the next request I had was to use Baby Universe. This is from Clay de Peau. Just have the little refill here, and it is just such a gorgeous everyday palette. And I had picked this up, and then I had a request to please use this on camera. And I was using Satin Moon a lot. That's my favorite, and I don't think I got around to doing an actual tutorial on this. So here you go. I'm going to start with this shade right over here, and we are going to put that in the crease. And these shadows I feel like are very underrated, because they are literally so easy to use, and they are really fantastic for all eye types, but especially people with mature eyes. I just find them to be a little bit forgiving, and although they look like there's some shimmery shades in here, they're just really subtle, and I just feel like they enhance the eyes. So I'm just putting that shade just right in my crease right here. Then I'm going to come in with this lighter shade right here. Has a little bit of reflection, a little bit of shine, and I'm going to place that on my lid here. A little bit of lightness on the inner part of my eyes. And then I'm going to take this beautiful color over here, And I'm going to add a little bit of that towards the outer V over here. It's a little bit deeper, pretty kind of bronzy shade here. Then I'm actually using my Chanel eyeliner brush, and I'm coming into this shade right here, and I'm gonna basically place that on the upper lash line right here. I'm going to dip a little bit of this in the top, the two kind of matte shades here, and I'm going to just do a little bit of that shadow underneath the lash line, just a little bit here to connect everything. Okay, this is what Baby Universe looks like. Really easy, everyday eye quad. And then I am going to use a sort of slate or charcoal liner to sort of define my upper lash line. Okay, I'm going to be using my Chantecaille, the Luster Glide eyeliner in slate. You guys know I love this one, and I'm going to kind of wiggle between my lash lines. And again, I love a little bit of warmth on the eyes and then a little bit of cool, kind of that contrast. So I am going to wiggle between my lash line. Okay, little definition near the lashes, and now I'm gonna go coat on some mascara, clean up my brows, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the requests. Okay, I may have already put the next two products on and then realized that it was not filming. So we're gonna put a little extra on, but basically I was asked about the Valentino Universal Bronze. This is something that I fell in love with. And then the blushes, or their eye to cheek products. And this formula is just something that I fell in love with. This was a brand that I was not necessarily like attracted to that much. And again, I believe Andrea Ali kind of put this product on the map, I believe, and I really do love it. So the reason I like it is because it has that really almost cream to powder formula that I find looks really natural on the skin. It just sort of meshes in. And I just fell in love with the universal bronzer as well as like the blushes. I think they are so pretty. So we're going to put a little bit more of this on the skin, but I did already put some on, and I just want to show you so you can see it in action. The color is very nice, this universal right here. It's got a little bit of coolness to it, if you can see, so it really works well on sort of lighter skin tones that may have a cool undertone as well. And then I have two of the cheek products. I have number 6, and this is like a coral pink. And then I have this gorgeous number 1, and I love this combination together. So I have already put this one on. I'm going to put a little bit of that on. Again, I just love this formula. And the cool thing is, like, literally these blushes last all day long. Don't worry, I will blend everything in. But the formula is just so pretty on the skin. And they just last for hours. So, and let me go ahead, I'm gonna top a little bit of this color. I know it looks a little neon in the pan, but it is actually so pretty. It just gives you this little flush on the skin. And again, I just love the formula of these. So pretty. Ah, this is almost like Barbie doll pink. But the combination of them together is actually quite pretty. Whenever I feel like one side looks a little off, I always take my big fluffy La Mer brush and I will just buff everything together so it looks a little bit more natural. You don't even have to have powder or glow maker on it. I always like to make sure everything looks a little more seamless. And I do want to add just a touch of my blush, just a little bit. I'm going to add that into my eye look just to kind of make everything come together and look cohesive. Just a teeny bit. I either like to put my bronzer or my blush into my eye look just a tad, but I just feel like it makes my face a little bit more cohesive. And then for lips, we're gonna use my personal obsession. I feel like everybody needs this new lip maximizer in lavender. You guys, it is so gorgeous. Everybody who loves the Dior lip maximizers, I've been like, you have to get this one. So it is holographic, but it is just not too much. I'm not somebody who loves glitter on my lips that much either, but let me just show you the magic of this one. It is so pretty. This literally is my favorite. And again, you could just use this as a topper. But for somebody that has a bit of smaller lips, I feel like this gives my lips just a little bit of oomph. And I've always loved sort of lavender toned lipsticks. So this is the one that I feel like everybody needs in their collection. I cannot give it enough kudos. It is my favorite. Ah, so good. Okay, this is my finished look, and to be honest, I am absolutely loving this foundation. I am definitely a late bloomer on this one, but I just find it to be really pretty. I find it to be radiant, but not overly dewy. I just think it's a really pretty foundation, and it's got medium coverage. So normally I would top off with a bit of a glowy finishing spray, but to be honest, I don't feel like I need to today because I feel like it doesn't look powdery on my skin. That Givenchy loose powder is just really pretty. It does not look like powder on your skin, and this is just a really pretty combination, I think. So I have you guys to thank for nudging me to pick up this NARS, the Light Reflecting Foundation. Excited about this. And then of course we've got some new goodies coming up. The new Clé de Peau Radiant Cushion. We're gonna see if that one is overly dewy like the old version, so I can't wait to try that. But just wanted to pop on, do a few requests, and usually we would end with a perfume of the day, but I have something so special showing up today that I'm dying. I have not been this excited about a perfume in a long time, and so that will be coming up, so stay tuned. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll be back with another video soon.